Hello everyone, welcome back to M's Language Academy. I'm M and today I want to talk about the word unless. Do you ever think, I think I understand this word but I can't really use it? I think this often happens with unless. And so if you have trouble with this word, this video is for you. In a lot of textbooks and teaching materials, we can read that the word unless means if not. I find this explanation a bit confusing. Here's what often happens. People think, okay, so I want to make a sentence with unless. They make a sentence with if not. For example, I won't buy it if I don't have enough money, right? I won't buy it if I don't have enough money. And then they try to put unless in the sentence. So is it, I won't buy it unless I have enough money. I won't buy it unless I don't have enough money. I will buy it unless I have enough money, or I will buy it unless I don't have enough money, and they're confused. And so am I at this point. Here's how I, as a non-native speaker, think about it. After the word unless, we use something that can stop us, that can change the situation or change our mind. Another way of thinking about it is that we say an exception after the word unless. I'll demonstrate what I mean on this example. Let's say you want to buy something and you say, okay, I will buy it. And then you think about the risks, the things that could stop you, the things that could change your mind, right? So one potential risk is if the shop is closed, right? Then that will stop you. So you can say, I will buy it unless the shop is closed, right? So this unless is like a raised finger. What else could stop you? If it's too expensive, right? So I want to buy it, I will buy it, unless it's too expensive. Yeah? Or you can say, you can also swap the sentences, unless it's too expensive, I will buy it. Okay? What else could stop you? Well, if you don't have enough money. So you can say, I will buy it unless I don't have enough money. Let's have a look at another situation. Let's say that someone is angry with another person, right? And they don't want to talk to them. And you want to give this other person some advice. And you say, she won't talk to you. But obviously we want to change it, right? So she won't talk to you unless you apologize, right? So that would be the exception. She won't talk to you unless you apologize. Yeah? An apology will change the situation. Apology will be the exception. She won't talk to you unless you apologize. What else could change the situation? Well, maybe if she has to talk to you, she will do it. So she won't talk to you unless she has to. What else could change her mind? Well, maybe if you show this other person that you care about them. Okay? So she won't talk to you unless you show her that you care about her. Okay. Let's have a look at some famous examples with the word unless. Here we have Albert Einstein. Nothing will end war unless people themselves refuse to fight. Okay, so what does this sentence mean? War is unfortunately a pretty common thing in our history, so it's reasonable to expect it won't stop. So war will never stop, he's saying. But then he thinks about, okay, what could change this? What could be the exception? So war will never stop unless people themselves refuse to fight. Yeah? So if the soldiers, the people refuse to fight, that will stop the war from going on forever, right? So war will never stop unless people themselves refuse to fight. Dave Carnegie. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they do. So again, you have a statement. People rarely succeed, which unfortunately is true, but there are exceptions, right? What are they? Well, if people have fun in what they do, right? So people rarely succeed unless, now I'm telling you the exception, unless they have fun in what they do. Okay, I hope this explanation made it a little bit clearer. Now let's do a bit of practice. I'll give you a sentence and you will finish it with unless. For example, I'll go to work next week. Now think about the things that could change this, that could stop you from going there, right? Feel free to stop the video, give yourself a bit of time, and then come back when you have 1, 2, 3 answers. All right, so here's what I've come up with. So I will go to work unless I'm sick. So a sickness could stop me from going to work, right? What else could stop me? Well, if the company goes out of business. So I will go to work next week unless the company goes out of business. Now, something good. Well, if I win the lottery and become a millionaire, that could prevent me, that could stop me from going to work. So I will go to work. I will have to go to work unless I win the lottery and become a millionaire. Another example. I wouldn't eat bugs. Bugs are sort of insects, you know, the creepy crawlies that we don't like to see. Anything that has more than 4 legs, I think, can be considered a bug. So I wouldn't eat bugs. Now let's think about something that could change this sentiment. Again, feel free to stop the video, think about it. What could change my opinion about eating bugs? Well, if I have no other choice, if I'm, for example, dying of hunger, then maybe I will reconsider. So I wouldn't eat bugs unless I was dying of hunger. And here you can see that we're using the second conditional. In all the previous examples, we're using the first conditional, but you can also use unless with the second conditional. So I wouldn't eat bugs unless I was dying of hunger. That would be the only exception. Or I wouldn't eat bugs unless I had to. Maybe if you put a gun to my head, right? And said, you have to eat them or you will die. So I wouldn't eat bugs unless I had to. Okay, what else could change my mind? Well, maybe if someone paid me a lot of money, right? So I wouldn't eat bugs unless someone paid me a lot of money. Or maybe someone tricked me, right? I wouldn't eat bugs unless I didn't know they were bugs. It's difficult to improve your English unless... So again, think about it. Feel free to stop the video, come back when you have a few answers. Here's what I've come up with. It's difficult to improve your English. What can change that? Well, if you get enough practice. So it's difficult to improve your English unless you get enough practice. Or unless you have a good teacher. A good teacher can do wonders, yeah? So it's difficult to improve your English unless you have a good teacher. It's difficult to improve your English unless you subscribe to this channel. A bit of self-promotion there. All right, let's try it the other way around. Now, I will start a sentence with unless and you'll finish it. So I'll give you the exception, I'll give you the risk, and you will give me the situation. So, unless you stop bothering me. This is almost like a threat. Unless you stop bothering me, I'm going to do something unpleasant. What could it be? Maybe I will call the police. So, unless you stop bothering me, I will call the police. Or I'll just leave. Unless you stop bothering me, I'm leaving. Or maybe someone's texting too much. Unless you stop bothering me, I'll block your number. And the last one, unless you're a millionaire. So here you can give me a lot of examples of things that normal people can't afford or can't do. So, unless you're a millionaire, you can't afford to drive a Ferrari. Unless you're a millionaire, you have to work 5 times a week. Unless you're a millionaire, other people will treat you poorly. All right, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it helped. If it did, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Also, if you came up with more answers, more ways of finishing the sentences I showed you, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll see you soon. Bye.